Well, I bought more books. Is anyone surprised? We're not surprised. No. We're gonna talk about all those books today. Welcome to another video. My name is Crystal if you are new to my channel. Thanks for being here. Thanks for clicking on this video and watching it. Hopefully y'all enjoy it. Today, we're just gonna be hanging out and talking about books. I have 15? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, I have 15 books to talk about today. So let's get into it. I'm gonna show y'all all the books that I have purchased recently. In the last book haul that I did, if you watched that video, you saw that one of the books that I had purchased is Flawless by L.C. Silver. So I had that book. It's the first book in the Chestnut Springs series, but I needed the rest of the books. It was killing me. It was killing me that I had Flawless and I didn't have the rest of the series. So I bought the rest of the series. Okay, but hear me out, hear me out. I saw, was it on TikTok or YouTube? I saw somewhere on social media that they are gonna be potentially changing the covers of these books, like these specific covers, the mirror covers. And I did not want to miss out on getting these covers because I need for them to all match. And the cover I have for Flawless is the mirror covers. I don't know how true that is. I don't really know if they're changing the covers, but I saw it somewhere on social media and I ran to buy these. Have I read Flawless yet? No. No, I haven't. The next book I picked up is In My Dreams, I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead. I recently got this during Prime Day because it was on super sale. It was like, I don't know, $6 or something like that. So I have been wanting to read this. It's been on my TBR for quite some time. No idea what this is about other than I think it's dark academia. 6 friends, 1 college reunion, 1 unsolved murder. Yes, please. Oh, so it looks like it takes place 10 years after graduation. College reunion. Oh yeah, a dark campus setting and a darker look at friendship, love, obsession, and ambition. I can't wait to read this. I really want to read this one very soon. The other book I picked up during Prime Day is By a Thread by Lucy Score. Now, I am iffy on Lucy Score books. I have read 2 of her books. One of them I really loved and the other one I hated. I read Things We Never Got Over and Things We Hide from the Light. I really liked Things We Never Got Over. Did not like Things We Hide from the Light. So I decided I'm gonna give her another chance and read this book by her. I think I saw Sarah Caroli talking about this. She is one of my favorite booktubers and I always trust her opinions when it comes to books for the most part. This is of course a rom-com. That's what Lucy Score writes. And I, if you know me, you know I'm not like the biggest rom-com girl. Like I'm very picky with them. So I don't know. We'll see if I like this one. Also, why are her books so long? It says a grumpy boss romantic comedy. I love a good like grumpy character. Dominic was staring at me like he couldn't decide whether he loathed me or wanted to French kiss me. French kiss? I haven't said that since like middle school. That's what I don't like about rom-coms. They're so cringe. But there's nothing demure about Ali Morales. She proves that on the first day of her new job, which just happens to be in my office. Oh, is this an office romance? I like that. I like office types of settings. Next book I picked up is Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman. This is actually the book that we are reading in my book club next month in September. This is a dark romance. I think it has some spice in it. I'm actually pretty sure it has spice in it. I also know that a lot of the topics that are covered in this book are dark and potentially triggering. So if you are going to decide to read this book, make sure and look up the trigger warnings. I think this is also an enemies to lovers trope. They are trapped in a basement. So apparently some things happen while they are chained up. Their abductor ends up doing some things or making them do some things. I'm not really sure, but I have heard incredibly good things about this book and I'm very excited to read it in my book club. I love dark romance. It is one of my favorite genres. So I'm incredibly excited to read this. And also kind of sticking with my book club books, I picked up Lovelight Farms by B.K. Borison. This is going to be the book that we are reading in December because I mean, look at this. This just screams holiday cozy Christmas. I had to pick this for our December read. I really wanted to read something lighthearted and holiday themed in our book club for December. So when I was looking up good books to read during that time of year, this one was the one that had the best reviews. This is just like a cozy holiday rom-com. From what I know about this book, the main character has a Christmas tree farm and she ends up entering a contest that an influencer is putting on so that she can win $100,000. And she wants that money to go towards the farm because apparently the farm isn't doing well. To make the farm seem like a romantic destination for the holidays, she lied on her application and said that she owns Lovelight Farms with her boyfriend. Only there is no boyfriend. But I can't wait to read this. I mean, even just the cover alone makes me want to just dive into and live in this book. So I can't wait for December to read this. And I bought another series without having read the first book. This is a series that I got. It's called The Naturals series. The first book is The Naturals. The second book is Killer Instinct. The third book is All In. And the last book is Bad Blood. This is like a young adult Criminal Minds. There's a group of teenagers in this series. Each of them has a different, I guess, quality, something that they do very, very well. And they end up going into this FBI program to help crack cold cases. That is pretty much all I know about this series, but I've heard so many good things, and I love a good young adult mystery. Like, one of my favorite series ever is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and that is a young adult type of murder mystery type of series, and this is the same type of genre. So I have a feeling that I'm really, really going to love this. The next book I picked up is The It Girl by Ruth Ware. This is a thriller. I am someone who really likes Ruth Ware as an author. I know that her books are very, like, they have very mixed reviews, but I'm someone who's a Ruth Ware fan. I have loved the two books that I have read by her. I've read In a Dark, Dark Wood, and I also read The Woman in Cabin 10, and I really enjoyed both of those. I also think this one has a college setting, if I'm not mistaken. I love a good academia setting. I've been really into that lately, like just wanting to read more books that have like a college setting. I don't know, it just, something about it just intrigues me. April Clark Cliveden was the first person Hannah Jones met at Oxford. Vivacious, bright, occasionally vicious, and the ultimate it girl. She quickly pulled Hannah into her dazzling orbit. Together, they developed a group of devoted and inseparable friends during their first term, and by the end of the second, April was dead. That sounds really good. The next three books that I'm going to talk about were sent to me by the authors, and I am unbelievably grateful. These two books are both by Caleb Stevens. The first one is The Girls in the Cabin, and this one is called If Only a Heart and Other Tales of Terror. This is right up my alley. If Only a Heart and Other Tales of Terror is a visceral collection of 13 stories that explores what happens when we open ourselves to others and dare to let them in. There are monsters on these pages, yes, ones whose teeth cut deep, but never as deep as the teeth of the monsters in the mirror. A fun fact about me, horror is my absolute favorite movie genre. I just love it so much. I've always been a big fan of horror. And to be honest, I haven't really read a lot of horror books. I've only read a handful of them. So I really want to start diving more into the horror genre when it comes to reading. I will probably read this in October because that's a vibe, you know? And because this is a collection of short stories, I can probably just like read one and then have a main book that I'm reading and just kind of read these little short stories throughout the month. And then his other book, the cover alone sells me. They think they're safe now that they've found the cabin, but the nightmare is only just beginning. They find a cabin in the woods and think they're finally safe, but little do they know the nightmare is just beginning. This camping trip is Chris's last chance to keep his family together. His wife is dead and his daughters aren't speaking to him, but things go wrong as soon as they get to the mountain. First off, I'm gonna stop reading right there because I love going into books blind, but some key words that will always, always, always get me to read a book: cabin, woods, camping, disappears. That's all I need. Okay, the last and final book. This was also sent to me by the publishing company. This is called The Deja Glitch by Holly James. I love the colors of the cover. It's a very cute cover. I do know that this is a rom-com. To break out of a 24-hour time loop, all Jack needs is for Gemma to fall in love with him in a single day. All Gemma needs is to remember him first. Like I mentioned before, rom-coms are not my favorite genre, but sometimes I just want something light and cute to read. So whenever I'm in that kind of mood, I'm definitely going to be picking this up. It looks very cute, and down here at the bottom it says, if Love Actually and Groundhog Day had a child, it would be this sweet rom-com of a novel about how moving forward sometimes means starting over and over again until you get it right. All right, y'all, that is it for this book haul. 15 more books to add to my collection. I really hope that y'all enjoyed watching. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video. Goodbye.